What is up, my friends? Welcome. Another Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. We got an odd one for you today, but we've got a standard deck that is pretty awesome. This is Aaron Barrick's list. She's been playing this deck a lot in the last week, I believe. And it's funny, I actually had earmarked this list to play at some point. I noticed that she tweeted today, being Friday, May 1st, that she had made Mythic #1 with it, and it was going really, really well, which further cemented my resolve to give this deck a try. So what do we have here? We have an Obosh deck. Obosh is a very odd one. So keep making the joke over and over again, just have to deal with it. Obosh the Preypiercer. 5 mana for a 3/5 legendary Hellion Horror. Companion effect states, your deck can only have cards with odd converted mana costs. Okay. Obosh says, if a source you control with an odd converted mana cost, which is obviously going to be most of our cards, would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage to that permanent or player instead. So huge, huge effect. Doubling damage is like very, very powerful. A lot of damage, really quick, very durable body here. And then, of course, playing Companion is just an extra card. Your 8th card in hand, if you will, assuming your opponent's not playing Companion also. Now, I played this card on stream in a Rakdos version of this deck, looking to utilize cards like Mayhem Devil, Judith Scourge Diva, kind of just the old Rakdos Sacrifice Cat Oven thing. The mana was really bad, though. The mana was very, very tough. It was hard to play 1-drops because you didn't have great untapped lands on turn 1. If you didn't draw Blood Crypt, you had to draw basics. And it was just kind of a messy deck that didn't really feel too great. So I saw this list, I was like, oh wow, this is great. This is just like all the power and allure of the Obosh theme without the mana problems and things like that. We're not playing Cat Oven. You know, this is more of an aggressive deck. This is more of an old school deck. This is more of a deck reminiscent of how Magic was played, you know, years and years and years ago. You know, you've got your Phyrexian Negator type cards, you know, these large black creatures with drawbacks. And we don't really see these anymore. Usually just all good all the time on cards. But Force Rotting Regisaur, a 7/6 for 3, but you had to discard a card every turn. Hunted Nightmare, a new card, a 4/5 Menace for 3, which is huge. But you get your opponent can put a Death Touch counter on a creature, you know, and sort of these drawbacky huge monsters alongside a whole bunch of 1-drops. Gutterbones, you know, great recursive threat. Ebon Legion, probably the best 1-drops in the format. Serrated Scorpion, not an amazing card, but nice aggressive card. And Whisper Squad. I love me some Whisper Squad. This card is awesome. Just constantly churning out more 1/1s. And then some discard spells. We've got 4 main deck Drill Bit and 2 main deck Duress. So our goal is just very, very simple. Play a creature. Play a creature, Duress you. Play a big creature. Duress you, kill something. Zach play Obosh and kill you. So an aggressive, disruptive deck, somewhat similar to Mono Black Aggro and Pioneer, but 7 discard spells, 16 1-drops, 8 boomy 3-drops, a couple Murderous Riders, and then the most interesting card in the deck, Heraldic Banner. This is Aaron's definite spice to the archetype. Heraldic Banner, totally forgotten card from Eldraine. 3-mana artifact, comes to play, choose a color, black obviously, and creatures you control of a chosen color get +1/+0. So it's like a mini crusade. Not a complete crusade, only pumps your power, and it also adds 1 mana of a chosen color, which feels a little weird, right? What do we need this mana rock for in our aggro deck? Well, part of the problem with having all of our cards cost an odd number is that our mana costs are weird, right? We have to play 2 1-drops on turn 2. Then on turn 3, we can play a 3-drop. Turn 4, another 3-drop, I guess. So the Banner allows us to ramp into Obosh. The Banner allows us to play a 3-drop on turn 3 and then also play a 1-drop right after it. It pumps up our crappy creatures. And it's just a really interesting piece that kind of fills the gap 1 to 3 to 5, while also being really good with all the 1-drops because you can play Banner and then play a spell immediately. And the Crusade effect matters a lot too. We have a lot of, you know, Whisper Squads in play. Well, now they're a real threat. So between the Banner and the Obosh maximizing damage, you know, this crew of Whisper Squads is much better than it looks. Mana base is phenomenal. Every land comes in untapped. 4 copies of the best castle in the format, Castle Locthwain. Unbelievably good card in grindy matchups. And I'm 1 Mobilized District, because this card can't really hurt you as 1 colorless land. So a little extra value from the lands. Sideboard's also very simple. 4 Disfigure and 4 Cry of the Carnarium. Now, the cool thing about this deck is that you transform against other aggro decks to be more of like a kind of like a mid-range kind of Jund control deck. You know, you board out some of your 1-drops, you board in your Cry of the Carnariums, you board in your Disfigures, and become more of a control deck, leaning on your castles and your larger creatures to win. Extra Murderous Riders against larger creatures. Shadowspears are ace in the hole against more aggressive decks. Putting a Shadowspear on a Rotting Regisaur, that feels good. And then, of course, some extra Duresses for the control decks. That's it. Simple, effective, powerful. Not too many wild cards here. It's a nice inexpensive deck to build on Arena. And checks off all the boxes, and it's been winning too. So let's battle here on the Arena. The ladder just reset. So brand new season, and let's see what we can do. But first, quick word from our sponsors at CoolStuffInc.com.
This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. To learn more about this deck, click the link in the video's description below to read Jim's article.
Teddy KGB is our first opponent. Pay that man his money. He beat me. I should save that when I won, but alright, so we got 3 of a kind here. I don't know if that's gonna beat the old Teddy KGB here, so we're gonna mulligan obviously a 1-land hit with the tap land, not too good. So Teddy's also playing Lurrus of a Dream Den, so probably a more aggressive Cat Oven style deck. Alright, so this works out fine. We get to keep and bottom one of our Whisper Squads. Don't ever want to draw 2 of those. And get going here. Believe the Cat Oven decks aren't a great matchup, which is part of the reason why Aaron has the sideboard plan up Flourishing Fox. Okay, never mind, it's the cycling deck. This deck's pretty popular. It's a kind of a port of the limited deck. It's just all cycling cards, Zenith Flare, and so on and so forth. We're gonna mush here. And no blocks. So if you decide you want to drill bit or Whisper Squad, I think we're definitely going to drill bit here. So yeah, many cyclers. Triple Flourishing Fox is pretty wild. Every card in their hand is basically the same card. They all just cycle, but the foxes are very castable. So we'll take a fox. They are missing a land drop. So they missed a land drop here. It's going to be really good for us. We'll see how it works out. Okay, there's your cycle. Fox gets a little bigger. And they drove a land. Very lucky, very lucky. So Fox number 2 comes to play. So not super ideal, but... So we're going to slam our big Hunted Nightmare here. And given the things Death Touch is not super ideal, but 4/5 Menace is a monster, so... I didn't do it. Looking forward to having my new office. For those that don't know, we closed on our house yesterday. We move in next week. So, pretty exciting stuff. Yeah, I mean, Flourishing Fox is definitely one of the absolute best cards in their entire deck. So, having 2 here early is definitely pretty tough for us. Haven't drawn any kill spells yet. And they're just playing defense. Very interesting. I think I would pretty happily trade my Hunted Nightmare for their 4/4 Flourishing Fox, given that they missed the land drop too. So we're just going to fire off here and attack. Other options are to just build a board and slam Obosh. Of course, Hunted Nightmare are very hard to block, and double damage is cool, but I think getting this Fox off the board will buy us much more time. So send the Nightmare in, see how they block. Then if we kill the 4/4, we get to play another Nightmare, and of course, double Death Touch doesn't really do too much, so... I mean, they made the choice to not attack, so they're pretty clearly blocking, so... So, kill the 4/4, and just keep the party going. Double Death Touch. And with them missing land drops, that's pretty good for us. We get to take a turn and build a board Whisper Squad, and then fire off Obosh to get things going. Ooh, Valiant Rescuer is pretty good. Alright, so we're going to need our kill spells for sure. Of course, the Rescuer tokens block very well, therefore making the Menace on Hunted Nightmare not too exciting. So, we're definitely going to need to squad up here and get all our Whisper squads going. Playing Obosh this turn, not really good. And the Rescuer is really good against Gutterbones, too, so this is a somewhat precarious position. I guess I would trade Nightmare for Fox now, just to get it out of the way, because Fox is only getting bigger, and they won't be able to trade soon enough, so we're going to attack with the Nightmare. This is going to be a hard game to win. I'm not sure we're going to struggle to beat this card, honestly. Should I take it? Okay. That's interesting. I was pretty sure they were blocking there. Okay. I mean, now I'm regretting not playing Obosh. I wanted to you know, fish out some squads before I got the Obosh going, but if I Obosh, I definitely would have blocked anyway. I guess be Obosh. So if I Obosh, they would have blocked. I don't know if that's better or worse for us. So I make two. If I make two Whisper squads, they're gonna make two tokens anyway. Yeah, I guess we Obosh. Okay, so kind of an interesting spot. I was pretty sure they were gonna block and trade. So them not doing that is pretty interesting. Good news is that their creature, that is their largest creature, has Death Touch. So clearly, it basically already has Death Touch because it's so big. So draw a land next turn. We can fish all our squads out. We might actually even upkeep, get one squad just so we don't draw one, or reduce our odds of that. Unlikely we'll draw. Oh my god, I don't know how we win. Honestly, we don't really. None of our creatures have trample or any form of evasion. This is gonna be tough. We're gonna fish out one Whisper squad before we draw, because all of our cards cost 3. So try and reduce our odds of drawing one a little bit. So we have all our squads. I'm not sure how we're ever going to break through. We're losing to a draft deck. So obviously we'll get the board in our removal spells, which is good for us. So Shadowspear should also be really good in this matchup. I have to recast all their foxes too. Load our deck here. Yeah, realistically, I'm actually not sure how we're going to win this game. I think I might just concede and go to the next game. I don't think our deck beats them, given this board state. Which is kind of lame. But, yeah, I mean, 7-6 doesn't really matter. I'm just going to concede and go to the next game. We actually just can't win. We can't beat an army of 1/1s and an ever-growing creature. And obviously, they're just drawing to Zenith Flares, which will kill us eventually, too. And we can't kill Lures, so... tough first game there. Tough first game. Just like a strategic deficiency. But we get to Sideboard, obviously. We get to bring in our Disfigures, our Shadowspears. I would say our discard spells aren't very good. The only card that's really worth hitting is Zenith Flare. And their deck is so redundant and cycles so much, these are all just bad. So get rid of all of these. Bring in Shadowsphere, bring in our 4 Disfigures. And I wouldn't mind some more Murderous Riders, I think. So killing their creatures is pretty important. I'm not going to cut 2 banners, I think. Given that they have blockers, the Crusade effect isn't as good. And just like a slower card. Yeah, I think that's fine. We're going a little more tall with Shadowspear and Rotting Regisaur, so let's try this. Having more kill spells is going to help a lot, obviously. If we could have killed those early creatures, we would have been probably alright that game. Not good. Not good, not good. I mean, we have Whisper Squad and Castle Locthwain. We have our 2 big mana sinks. I guess we're going to keep. It's not really great, but it's better than going to 5. Alright, Gutter Ball it is. No Fox is nice for us. You can see here how we're like a little off curve, but Dranith Stinger, so definitely one of their worst creatures. I think we're interested in casting Banner here. And we could offer the trade of Squad for Stinger. I think it's actually an actively bad trade for us, so let's fire with the Gutterbones. Sure. So next turn we can crank out some squads. We can play Obosh maybe. We'll see what they do. See what they do. Rescuer's really good. And we did not draw air removal spell, which is very unfortunate. That's bad. Rescuers, I mean, we have a million kill spells in our deck now, but we just haven't drawn any yet. So, they'll make a token here, give it that touch. We'll offer to trade Gutterbones for it. We'll go fetch our squads and squad up. So they're going to offer the Stinger for it? Or just nothing? There's nothing. Sure. They got a 12. Sure. Cycle of the Fox. Kind of interesting. I guess they can just cast it with Duress later, so Duress is very, very good in their deck. It's very good in most decks, but so no attacks, many blockers. Squad up. A lot of lands, a lot of lands. The problem, of course, is that trading with the tokens just feels awful because they just have so many of them and it's never-ending resource. But I think we're just getting in. Search up the remaining 2 squads. Don't think playing Obosh is necessary. I'd rather just find the rest of my squads and try and just overcome their token production. Trading Nightmare for 2 tokens isn't great, but at least these tokens are not blocking our X1s. Blitz of the Thunder Raptor. That is pretty annoying. Goodbye, Gutterbones. So, not the best exchange for us, obviously. And having an actual kill spell is pretty tough. We just can't draw. Well, I guess we could just fire up Castle Locthwain here and try and draw a Disfigure. Or land. That works too. I've definitely mulliganed both games here and not drawn particularly well. But I don't know. Like how good would Disfigures be? You know, like just give me some Disfigures, please. Yeah, I mean, if we're just going to draw all swamps, I think we're just going to die. Definitely an interesting matchup. Don't think we drew particularly well. Game 1 does seem tough, but once you have all those kill spells, it like really should be fine. I don't think we should bring in Cry of the Carnarium, but I could be wrong. Obviously, a Cry of the Carnarium would look very good here, so maybe I'm wrong, but that makes our creatures worse. I'm not sure, but if we just draw into, a few Disfigures and a few more spells, are probably okay. But in this case, not so much. Not so much. We'll play Obosh here and just say go. You know, the squad defined, but hello, opponent. Please kill me so I can go to my next game. Cycle a Rescuer? That's interesting. Usually a card you wouldn't cycle, meaning they're probably out of cyclers. Alright, I mean, clearly we're not going to win this game with our 9 lands, and that's it. But it's kind of a tough first match there. I mean, strategically, Game 1 still seems very tough. We just don't really have many good answers to Valiant Rescuer. But post-board, it seems like it would be fine if we didn't draw 9 lands. So, what are you going to do? That's our first match. Queue up another one. Queue up another one. But yeah, I don't think bringing in Cry of the Carnarium is good against them, but I am not sure. I'm not sure because we do need to be fast because we also need to. You can't let them get to Zenith Flare and just kill you. So Yorion Sky Nomad is our next opponent, and not a particularly great hand. Not a particularly great hand. There's a Castle Locthwain in here. I'd be a little more interested. Yorion decks are often Teferi decks too, where Regisaur isn't as good. We're going to mulligan this, look for a more aggressive hand. That's better. Keep this bottom. Just going to squat up. Probably end up just recruiting on turn 2 if we don't draw another 1-drop. Okay, so a Teamer Triome. Interesting. Right, we drew 1-drop, so we're going to slam. Let's draw a Banner next turn, right? Or a Duress. So the option of Rotting Regisaur or Duress plus Recruit. I think I'm pretty happy recruiting here. It does think we're one short of triggering our Knight of Ebon Legion. We're going to deal 3 this turn, but I think we're definitely going to attack and then Duress. Probably a Fires deck here, like the 4-color Fires deck. So Duressing them, deafening Clarion, Fires, and so on and so forth. So, oh boy, that's a hand. Double Mythos of Aluna, a clone card. Double Shark Typhoon, Teferi, Narset. And Teferi isn't particularly great here, but honestly, it might be better to take Shark Typhoon, because That's like a better, just a blocker and it draws a card. So this is sort of like just kill a creature, draw a card. They do have 2 of them though. We don't really care if our squad dies. You know, let's take the fairy. That's quite the chonky hand. So they can cycle a Typhoon to kill a Whisper Squad, but obviously we've got plenty of those, so... Scary thing here is that if we play our Rotting Regisaur, they get to copy it and fight. Mythos of Illumina is pretty good, honestly. Hunted Nightmare. That's not bad, because you can't fight with that one, so... Let's I'll just slam here. I imagine they're going to cycle the shark thing and kill one of our squads, which is fine. Play Nightmares, they go. They can copy it and fight and kill one of our creatures, which isn't ideal, but we can actually give the creature they fight Death Touch. How's that stack? I'm active player. They're active player. They're stacked first. Mine resolves first. Yeah, I believe we can give the creature that they would fight with Death Touch, so they would lose the fight, which is pretty cool. Hunted Nightmare is working in our favor here. They also draw planes, actually, so they can't even kick this thing and pay the red-green on the mana cost, so they can just, like, regular clone. Alright. So they're going to play just a 4-5. We're going to put Death Touch counter on, I guess, this would be a 4-5. I guess the Whisper Squad. Okay. And we're just getting in. See, they want to handle this. Blocking the Scorpion. Okay. They probably have Wrath effects in their deck. They're taking 4, 5, 6. They're just dead. What are they doing? Just pump this thing and kill them. Scorpion will finish them off. Works for me. Works for me. Good start that game. Good start that game. Alright, so just like a 4-color, probably a fire stack. A lot of spells. One of the Duresses, of course. Probably playing Teferi, and Rotting Regisaur is not as good against Teferi decks. And then Rotting Regisaur also seems bad against the Mythos. So might want to shave down on those. Murderous Rider's also probably not great. They obviously have Yorion, which is a card that we don't mind killing. But probably not many more creatures than that. And Planeswalkers like Teferi aren't really worth killing or Narset with a Murderous Rider. Yeah, I guess we'll take out the Rider. Maybe we'll take out 2 Regisaurs. Regisaurs are so bad against Teferi. Not really stoked about it. So 16 1-drops and 8 Thoughtseizes. Let's just do it, you know? It's not great, but we have a castle and a district and a squad. We're going to keep. Knight of Ebon Legion. Okay, so we are a little scared of Deafening Clarion. They're playing 80 cards, you know. What are the odds they draw Deafening Clarion? If I didn't draw a 1-drop, I was definitely going to squad that should recruit next turn. I think we're still playing squad. We'll see what we draw, what we decide to do. Whisper Squad's super cool. Omen of the Sea. And they're going to main phase it too, which is a little weird, but sure. Top. Don't like to see that. Don't like to see that. Banner's great. Alright, so we definitely like the banner. I think we're just gonna smash and recruit and then banner next turn, and then we can play a 1-drop after the banner also. If I go 1-drop here and they have Deafening Clarion, it's a disaster, and they did top, so. Fairy Time Raveler.
Sorry I'm late.
Alright, so they're going to plus Teferi, which is not particularly cool, but sure.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Alright, and we can put Teferi to 1 and then play a creature. Isn't like the best thing ever, but it's definitely fine. Gonna play Scorpion in case they have a Wrath. Now, if they have a Wrath or a Clarion here, it's definitely pretty bad for us, but we're only really losing 2 cards, and we are triggering our Scorpion, so. Alright, so they plussed, and they said, played a Shockland and said go. So they probably have a Wrath of God effect here. We're just going to attack and see what they do. They'll probably Wrath, and we'll play Duress and Knight and District and go from there. If they don't Wrath, they're pretty happy just playing a land, Duressing them, and then double recruiting again, so. There's a Wrath. That's fine. Pretty good curve from them so far, but. Alright, they have an Omen of a Sea, a Birth of Meletus, and a Fire Prophecy. And the Teferi is currently on 2. So, all these cards are pretty good. Fire Prophecy defeats the Knight of Ebon Legion, so I'm probably just going to start there. Omen's pretty good too, but I guess we have the mana to pump it too, but it's pretty hard to like leave that mana up at all times, so they have some setup cards.
Let's try this.
Good news is that they're at 13. We have Castle Locthwain and a District, so we are playing Magic. I guess they get to Yorion soon, too, which is a little scary. Flickering all of these omens is going to draw them a million cards. Top bottom on the omen, it's not good. Birth of Meletus, sure. And Yorion is quite good. You draw a lot of lands. Alright. I mean, Teferi's on 3. This is probably our Obosh turn. We get to just kill Teferi. They get to Yorion and draw a bunch of extra cards, which is really terrible for us, but we can't really stop that anyway. And like attacking them for a small amount doesn't really do a ton, so Obosh is here. Attack this, deal double damage.
You just let me know if you're up for round 2.
They play Yorion. We can at least attack with the Knight. And Obosh, I suppose, because it has double damage. Our District will not have double damage. Oh, they drew Elspeth under that. No. That's an even better one to flicker. Oh, God. Oh, God, come on. This is brutal. Just brutal. We can give their 0-4 Death Touch. It's pretty funny. we're not pumping here. Oh, we should have pumped because we can't even cast this because they can just flicker this thing. Oh man, this is gross. I think we're just dead. We're just gonna go to the next game. They're gonna draw. They're gonna draw like 3 extra cards next turn and exile our banner and put a 4/5 in play and just gain. It's just gonna be a really bad time for us. So kind of a tough game there. We did draw a lot of lands again. They had the Wrath. They had pretty good curve too. They had the Teferi to Wrath curve. Obviously, mass removal effects are pretty good against us, but definitely annoying. We can't drill bit the Yorion, just kind of there. We can't really stop it. All right, yeah, it's fun. Not amazing, but fun. Our Murderous Riders aren't awesome, but opponent mulligans. Whisper Squad does curve better, but I think it's hard to hard pass up on Savannah Lions on turn 1. Just gotta get the beatdowns going. Their cards are certainly more powerful than ours on average. That was a really good draw. Alright. Give them the business. Thoughtseize. Their hand is bad. They have Omen of a Sea, Mythos, and 4 lands. And of course Yorion. So easy Omen of a Sea here. Not only is Omen of a Sea just a card that can smooth their hand out, but represents even more cards later with Yorion. So just gonna recruit here. We could like just play Murderous Rider, but the 1 extra power is not worth losing this and not looting. So also giving them a 2/3 lifelink to clone is not a good idea either. So squad up and Rotting Regisaur. Not gonna play that into their Mythos of Luna. So we'll just swing here for the full amount. End step double recruit. We draw a land. We play Obosh. So I think we're in pretty good shape here. This card's not bad. Mythos of Luna. Very cool use for it is copying an Elspeth Conquers Death. But even in spots like this, just copying a creature and fighting a creature is pretty good. It's like a Chupacabra. So they're going to copy this. They don't have green again. Are they even playing green? Am I like blind? Yeah, they have Triomes, right? So no green. They do have a Passage. Perhaps they're just not playing green at all. So they're going to copy my 2/1, which is fine. Does it come in tapped? I can't even block with it. They're just dead. Squad up. Didn't draw the land, fortunately. Drawing the land there would have been ideal. Because I play Obosh and just kill them, but, you know, we're still in pretty good shape, so. They go to 5. We're just going to say go here. I think we're pretty good against the Wrath regardless. We have Murderous Rider to cast it. They want to play Yorion here. We just kill it. They have a Wrath. We have plenty of backup, so. Omen of the Sea, sure. No Deafening Clarion, please. Although realistically, we only have 2 cards in play. This Whisper Squad is only 1 card. It'd be a 2-for-1 if they cast Clarion here. And if we kill this, it'd be a 2-for-2. So, Birth of Elitist, sure. Whisper Squad's awesome. Alright, so I believe they are dead. The swiftest of ends. Cool. Alright, 1-1. 1-1. Let's keep rolling here. Oops. We're not drafting. We're not drafting. Speaking of drafts, make sure you check out my article from CoolStuffInc.com last Friday, a few days ago. I did a long article, 4,400 words, about how to draft every single companion in Ikoria draft. Ikoria is an awesome draft format. Super fun draft format. Super Super interesting, tons of cool choices. All the drafts are very unique. And then, of course, companions make it even crazier. So when you open a companion, you know, ooh, can I do this? Can I really draft only cats and beasts and elementals? You can. But it changes how you draft a lot. So I wrote 4,000 words about how to draft every single companion, how your card evaluations need to change, what do you need to do, what are the easier ones, what are the harder ones, and so on and so forth. So, opponent is playing the Orphan Guard. And unfortunately, this looks like a creature card. Usually this card's played in creatureless control decks, because if you're not playing any creatures, it's just a free companion. So we don't necessarily know our opponent's playing tribal or not. Another land-heavy hand here. You have a 1-drop and a drill bit and a castle and an Obosh, but I think this hand's still just pretty bad. If this was a Whisper Squad, I might actually keep this. We still have things to do with our mana. And on the play, we're likely to hit and get to a drill bit. But I think his hand's a little too light. We're showing mulligan. Well, that's much worse. Probably just can't keep a 1-lander in this deck, so we'll go to 5. It's better. Alright, so we'll ship like Scorpion and probably a land. I mean, lands build up to Obosh. I'm going to ship Murderous Rider under the pretense that I think they're playing like a Jeskai creatureless control deck. And therefore, Murderous Rider's not going to be great. Could I be wrong? Sure, but you know, Murderous Rider's, it's fine in our deck, but it's not one of our more exciting cards. We're really going to have our own stuff going on. Okay, it looks like they're not playing a creatureless control deck. They're playing a Boreal Grazer, so that's really bad for us. Oh, it's possible they're playing the red-green Fires deck. That's also a deck that plays this card. That's probably a nightmare for us, honestly. So, pretty rough mulligan to 5 here. So, they have a 1/4 Arboreal Grazer, the best Arboreal Grazer of all time. And we get this thing of Bold Knights, I suppose. See how they block. Ideally, they one of them gets through, we get the pump. Their ball's going to get through. Alright, so let's just pump it up. Get to grow our Knights here and deal a nice chunk of damage. Not too bad. Knight, of course, is a fantastic card. They have, like, fires into, like, Questing Beast here. It could be in trouble. Any fires draw, honestly, is pretty good. No, they have a Triome. Okay. So, no untapped 4th land. And they're going to Gem Razor onto the Arboreal Grazer, making it a 5/5 Vigilance, Reach, Trample monster. Not ideal, but our Knight of the Ebony Legion are still kind of trucking along here. These would be 5/6s, so just fire in. And they're once again not going to block. Man. Alright. Well, I got no spells, so just take a million. Grow our creatures. Interesting. Gem Razor will be annoying against our Heraldic Banners, but it's Questing Beast. I mean, we ain't dead yet, and they are at 8, so I think that's Trample. I mean, we can't effectively block anything, but is this Vigilance too? Oh, because of this card, the Orphan Guard, right? And another copy of a Boreal Grazer, which is actually really good. It's just a pretty good blocker. That's problematic. Alright. I mean, we're kind of in trouble here. We can... Playing Obosh means that our Knights will trade with their big creatures, which is pretty good. But not really ideal. And then... can't really just like try and force through an attack because they can chump block with the Grazer and something else. We just die in the backswing, so alright, Obosh it is. Definitely feeling being down a few cards this game, but also feeling losing that Murderous Rider, but couldn't have known. Fires of Invention. Okay. Cavalier of Thorns. That's a really big creature. Revealing some Ceratops and some Cavaliers. So, okay. I mean, they're seem to be mostly out of cards here. And they're going to attack with just Questing Beasts. They probably have another Questing Beast in their hand. Obviously, we have to block, so... Oh, this isn't that. Yeah, this still deals 6, so we're good. Yeah, so trade the Beast for the Knight and draw Heraldic Banner. Now our thing activates for 3 because we have an Obosh in play, which is kind of cool. Not super sure how we're going to be like breaking through here. Our Knight would have 7 toughness if it came in. And they probably just chump block it with the Grazer, and then they have free reign to fire back at us. I think we're just saying go here. We're in a little bit of stalemate. If we have more life, we could like be a little more aggressive, but we're also scared of another Questing Beast. Okay. Pro blue. Fortunately, it has haste and trample, which is really bad for us. I think we might just be dead here. We can fire up District and block here, but that's probably just worse. Actually, that's not worse than blocking. You can block the Knight on the Orphan Guard. Gutterbones here. This here doesn't kill anything. No. Sucks that the District doesn't deal double damage, unfortunately, but I think we're gonna fire it up. Wait, what? I control 1 legendary permanent, so. Chump Cavalier. Obosh trades Gem Razor, and this. Oh, that's trample too. Crap. Take 1 trample there, 2 trample there, and 1 here. Doesn't actually matter. I'd rather kill the Gem Razor, I think. 4, 3. Okay, so this is gonna kill everything. They will be able to get back a creature from their graveyard though. So when the Orphan Guard dies, then this is gonna die too. But then they get back their like Cavalier Flame and probably just kill us, which feels bad. So. Scorpion. Yeah, I guess it doesn't get trample. Play Scorpion here and say go. Well, they can pump they go pump, trample. I think we're just dead. Maybe not. Let's see what they do. For mulligan to 5, not doing too bad. I guess they have 2 lands in their graveyard. So if the Cavalier Flame dies, we also die. Oh, the Grazer gets in too. Oh, that's funny. All right. I mean, tough game there. Obviously, being down 2 cards, not super ideal. And then we pitched the Murderous Rider on bad information. So we're going to bring in some Boom Booms. Definitely going to cut Duress. I think we're going to go tall with Shadowspear again. And probably want these Murderous Riders. Haunted Nightmare feels like a bit of a liability. It's not even like that much bigger than all of our stuff. So maybe we shave like 2 of those. Any interest in Disfigure? Killing Korea is pretty important. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of all the Haunted Nightmares, I think. They have like a lot of random creatures. Let's bring in 2 Disfigures and try this. Definitely had some surprising mana problems so far in these games, where the thing I like about this deck so much is how smooth the mana base is. We've mulliganed like 10 times already, which is unfortunate, but, you know, it happens. Whew, boy. I mean, I guess we're going to keep. We have Castle, too. Shadowspear is really good. We do have Gem Racer, which is kind of annoying, but... Alright, Scorpion it up. No Boreal Grazer, please. Imagine their deck is much, much slower than Boreal Grazer. Awesome. Second copy of Shadowspear, not the best, but I guess if they kill the first one, you know, it's could be worse. The Banner. Okay. It's better than equipping, so sure. Scorching Dragonfire, one of our Scorpions. Lame. So no Death Trigger, of course. I imagine they're kind of lacking in good answers to Obosh, which is good. Drill Bit. That's so awkward, because we would like to cast that. But that would take our entire turn, which is like not really okay. Gotta get this Obosh down. Attack for 4. Block, take 4, also works. Alright, Obosh plus Shadowspear, let's go. Coming in for 10 next turn. They have like Fires plus good card. No, double Fires. Alright, well, we're not drawing great, but I think we're in good shape right now. About to deal 10 and gain 10. And then cast Drill Bit. Storm's Wrath, Scorching Dragonfire. So I guess Obosh is dead either way. Which is annoying, but we've got Castle Locthwain ready to go. I guess... I mean, Obosh being exiled doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter what we take here, I don't think. So they go Wrath to kill my Obosh. I get to untap and castle and hopefully find another threat here. Or they'll concede. Sure. Works for me. Alright. Let's just run that back, I guess. Storm's Wrath is definitely interesting. It makes me a little more interested in Duress again. But they're also pretty creaturey. We do have 4 drill bits. And the Wrath can't even kill Regisaur. It can't kill Hunted Nightmare either. She makes me a little more interested in Hunted Nightmare. Also makes me less interested in banners, because the banners reward us for going wide and Wrath punishes us for that. Let's take out 2 banners for 200 Nightmares. Alright, I mean, I'm going to keep. We need to draw a few lands, but we're on the draw. We have multiple 1-drops. You have double Murderous Rider, which feel pretty good in the matchup. Bones in a mulligan. It's okay. Okay. Put a mulligan to 5. Guess we'll just lead on Knight. I mean, assuming they have like 1 kill spell, what's the card we don't want? Really want? I guess this we really want Scorpion. They all attack for 1 anyway, so play the card we don't mind dying. Squad and alright, I mean, definitely a somewhat awkward spot here where like we just don't really have an option aside from just playing our hand out. Maybe that's an argument towards playing squads. We can just recruit it, but I think we're just gonna play our stuff. They are down 2 cards. Storm's Wrath costs 4. Draw a land, we can banner next turn, attack for a bunch. Sure. That's a good sign. The Storm's Wrath's coming. Didn't draw a land. That's not ideal. Alright, we're going to attack. And we're just going to go and recruit. Because if we draw a land for banner, we can go banner Gutterbones anyway. Excuse me. Sorry. Alright, so, yeah, fire up here. Let's go banner. This is part of the allure of banner, being able to play banner and then play a 1-drop immediately afterwards. No blocks. Wow. I mean, I'm just shipping. Them playing Orphan Guard and having a Storm Draft's kind of weird. And if they do have, we have pretty good backup plans too, so they take 2, get back Gutterbones anyway. It's basically 1 card anyway, so. Vivian Monsters Advocate. That card is good. It's a 4/4. Alright, so I would say we were going to just Murderous Rider with Vivian. Let's draw a land.
I call, and Decoria answers.
Alright, so pretty easy solution. I guess we're just like not attacking. Attacks aren't particularly good. If we kill the beast, we can just attack Vivian. Yeah, that's even better. No! Oh god, I hate everything. I do that so often. Alright, make a mistake, in a new game state, we'll just keep playing. And hopefully it doesn't cost us. If we swing out a Vivian, I guess we still kill it anyway. We're gonna lose 1 creature. Yeah, sure. We really can't let Vivian live. Like, it's worth like multiple threats every turn. So they block 2 here, it still dies. So yeah, so they can just like free eat a creature. And alright, this isn't that bad. Murderous Rider, Murderous Rider, Murderous Rider. It's pretty interesting. They're gonna kill the Scorpion over Gutterbones. Not sure what value that has, but okay.
I aimed too high.
Kind of a weird choice. just like take an extra point off Gutterbones. Like we'd be like, don't care if the Scorpion dies anyway. It's a little weird, but all right. It looks like a Storm's Wrath. We're just gonna block. I guess it's a free attack because they have Vigilance. Never mind, I'm being stupid. I think blocking's still fine though. We want Korea to die anyway, and Korea will just block something going back regardless. And they can block the Murderous Riders. Might as well just block and not take 3 and gain 3. Or Embercleave. That's a card too, I guess. Really, Embercleave in the Fires deck? Huh. Well, I did not see that coming. Okay. I guess we can just say go. I guess we can, like, kill Korea and attack with the 3-1. But then they just equip the Embercleave and probably kill us. So you probably keep the Embercleave on their turn, so... Or kill on their turn, so... Let's say go, I guess. Really clunked up here, unfortunately. Come on. This thing has trample too. Go to 8. I mean, we're probably just dead here. That's 7, 6. That brings us to 2, so we can't even cast our next Murderous Rider. So we have to block with 2 here. That sucks. Okay. I mean, if they're out of spells, obviously we can win this game, but... So we end up going to 3. We can cast one more Murderous Rider. Yeah. That's not bad. Yep. Swifty end. Please stop playing creatures. I can't beat any more creatures. Oh my god. We're going to lose to a Board Wizard with a... Evercleave on it? Or maybe not. Alright, so now you get to jam Obosh and attack for 8. And have a blocker for Embercleave. Alright, this is going okay. Maybe we can seek and steal this game, maybe. They need a way to kill Obosh and equip Embercleave. Or I guess a haste creature. That'll do it. If they have a land, they'll do it. Okay, why did they pitch the... I guess they had to. Alright. Okay. So if the Cavalier dies, we lose. I see. I'm active player, mine stacks first, the resolves first. Yeah, that's really, really awkward. And of course they can just Embercleave the Cavalier. Oh no. Oh, wait, we have District. I'm good, never mind. I'm just being dumb. Yeah, we're good. Mobilized District here to save a day. Right? Fire up District, attack with everything, they can't block, and they just die. Cool. Alright, we're good. Whew. That was a close one. Our one Mobilized District saves the day. Too close for comfort. Too close for comfort. Okay. Okay. We'll take that. We'll take that. Definitely an interesting deck. I've seen the deck before. So now we're 2-1. Game's not been easy. We're definitely battling here. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Botron. Not quite Teddy KGB, but he beat me. Pay that man his money. Love it. 1 mana spell, 1 mana spell, 1 mana spell. Alright, and they're playing Karungus, the Macro Sage. So they're probably playing Jeskai Fires. Kind of a tough matchup, but we have Duress and stuff. They have obviously a million Deafening Clarions again. A lot of massive rule in this format. We're just gonna Knight. Next turn's Duress Squad anyway, so I don't think it matters what we do. Yep, Jeskai Fires again. Of course, Fires gets to play Karungus almost for free. It actually wasn't a bad draw. So we don't really need to Duress yet, because none of their cards that cost 2 are castable. They have 4 Bone Crush Giants, and I can't take those, so we just squat up here, just get everything in play. If they don't have Bone Crush Giant here, we should probably be in really, really good shape. They need to have Bone Crusher or multiple Deafening Clarions. We have our Duress, obviously, so that's a Bone Crusher Giant. Alright, that stinks, but that's okay. That's okay. They'd allow us to untap, which is kind of weird. I mean, this is obviously a very strange play, because we just pump it. If they have Deafening Clarion, that's sort of like a reason this could make sense, where they're trying to get us to waste all of our mana, and then Deafening Clarion. They're taking an extra chunk of damage for it. Very interesting spot. So we pump here. They take 4, 5, 6, 7. And then they untap, cast Clarion, and now we're in pretty bad shape. If we don't pump here, just let it die, they take 3. We get to Duress and Squad, and then Obosh next turn, too. I think we're going to let this die. I'm going to assume my opponent's not making a mistake here, and that they're just trying to get me to use the Knight so they can Clarion me. So I'm going to assume they have Clarion, and that this is going to be okay. Interesting little tricky spot there. Alright, survey says nope, they just probably made a mistake. Okay, I mean, that's fine too, I guess. We take Teferi, they have a Bone Crusher and nothing else. We still get to recruit, and then Obosh, and their hand's honestly a bunch of lands, so it could seriously be worse. Oh, we can't Obosh yet, obviously, next turn, but recruit, then Obosh. Scorpion. So we could recur Gutterbones here, and then like cast it and a Scorpion. But if they spike a Clarion, that's like really bad. It is definitely a lot better if they don't do anything else, though. Yeah, it just puts more power in play. We're Obosh next turn, so they spike a Clarion here. It's gonna feel pretty bad, but they have land in hand. Probably just playing a Bone Crusher and saying go. Kind of weird they wouldn't play a tap land there, but sure. So we draw a Drill Bit. Don't think we're really interested in that. We're just interested in getting in. So they take 6, we kill their thing, they go to 8. We got double squads available. Bone Crusher again. Alright, so their hand's pretty bad. I think we're in pretty good shape here. The Banner. Like to see that. You're dead. Alright, so definitely not a great... I mean, double Bone Crusher is not bad against us, but no Clarion's pretty important. So we need to sideboard pretty heavily here. We're going to bring in our... That's not super heavily. Bring our Duresses and our Murderous Riders. And we're going to cut our Rotting Regisaurs, which aren't very good against Teferi Time Raveler, which gets bounced a lot, which is not too good. That's it. It's going to be aggressive. We should have 8 discard spells. Bunch of 1-drops. Keeping in our Haunted Nightmares, because they're good against Clarion. And they're just kind of beefy with no downside. Want the Murderous Riders to kill our creatures. And just going to try and discard spell them a lot, if possible. Oh boy, that's an awkward hand. Opponent has mulliganed. I mean, draw any land if his hand's really, really good. But it is very, very awkward. Yeah, we got a mulligan. We can't keep this. If this is a swamp, I think I might keep, but I think it's important for us to get off to a good start here. So this is good. We can keep this. Keep this, ship a land. Got triple 1-drop effectively. Any land turns on banner. They bottom, and we draw a drill bit. So nice aggressive draw here. We'd love to go Duress Knight on 2, draw land, banner bit on 3. Oh god, they have another Bone Crusher Giant. So many Bone Crusher Giants. Duress sees Clarion and fires. That's pretty awkward because we probably can't drill bit the next turn if they just cast the Bone Crusher Giant. And then if they start playing Giants, then the Clarion's like not even that good. I think I should take the fires here. I guess we're just playing Knight into their other Bone Crusher. It's probably be a hunted nightmare game, realistically. Well, this time they're not making the same mistake again, so get your land, which is good. Play the boom boom. Alright, cool. So now I get to banner bit them. Oh, I should put the banner. I'm so stupid. Alright, I screwed up. Obviously I want to play the banner first. Not tricking anybody here. We could just Knight and drill bit them, I guess. And then banner next turn. I guess the Knight's not super great. We'll also buy back Gutterbones. I'm just gonna accept my mistake. Cavalier, Clarion. Let's take the Cavalier. Okay, I don't think Clarion is like super effective at the moment, so Bone Crusher number 2, sure. Alright, so now I can Obosh and trade our Nightmare for both their Bone Crusher Giants. Which is really good because they have Karungus in their hand too, so we don't want them to cast that and draw a bunch of cards. Alright, let's get him for a 10 ball. So they have a Clarion, which doesn't do much. So a naked Karungus, which is awesome for us. It's literally a 5/4 for 5. No abilities. So that's great. And now we'll just start building up, I guess. Not going to attack and trade. It's a pretty bad trade for us. Play Castle, very good draw. Play Knight, just say go. We get to end step Castle. Get set up for next turn. Cavalier of Flame. I mean, it's big, but it doesn't really beat our board currently, honestly. Discarding the Clarion, sure. So, end step Castle. Scorpion. And land. So, no Murderous Riders yet. We can bump our thing twice to make it an 8/8. And trading the Knight for their both these things would be pretty good. Currently have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. You can do all that. Sure. So let's send just the Knight. It's very nice having flood insurance in your deck. Alright, so they just block with both? Sure. So pump once. Death Touch, of course. Kill both those things. Pretty good trade. No lands in their graveyard, right? And we could play Scorpion here, but I think I want to just castle. So we'll just say go. Annoying, but sure. That obviously it punishes me for not playing the Scorpion, because now I can't attack the Teferi, but it's not that bad. I think still drawing a card is better than playing the creature. I should have done response, obviously, whatever. It's 1 point of damage. Duress. That's pretty good. Alright, so let's play land and Duress. See what's up. Double Clarion Foresight. Alright, lots of Deafening Clarions. Lots of Deafening Clarions. And now we should play our creatures. Four doesn't do much against our 4/5, which is good.
Here we go.
Another land. Okay, so maybe start by playing land and castling. Castle's so good. Another land. I'm pretty sure Teferi doesn't matter, and we should attack them. It's an attack for 8 and 4, so it's almost lethal anyway. You can get back Gutterbones and cast it too. Both trades are they can't block either effectively. To like kill their thing, deal 4 to them seems pretty good, you know. Get the Gutter Ball back, play the Gutter Ball. Yeah, I think this game taking that fires early on was like the big key moment. Recognizing that Clarion wasn't even that good against us, and the fires was a really scary card because they've kind of just been playing a regular game here without fires, and it wasn't really good enough. Cool, 3-1. Let's go. Moving on up. All right, we get a Covetous Urge for our trouble, and we are 3-1. On all things considered, I think we've drawn... Our opening hands have been pretty rough. We've mulliganed a decent amount. Had some weird hands. But still, you know, battling our way through here. It feels pretty good. That's better. Another Yorion deck. It's pretty rare to see a deck that's not a companion deck at this point. So, not the best hand, and then we have no 2-drop or extra 1-drop, but I don't think you can really afford to mulligan this hand, so... Let's have a bajillion 1-drops in our deck. We have like 16, 22 1-mana spells we can draw this turn. Obviously that wasn't one of them, but you know, when half your deck is live, it feels pretty good. Birth of Meletus, sure. And a Plains. It's good to be like a straight blue-white version of a deck, honestly. So we're going to Reggie here. He gets bounced by Teferi, sure, but we can't do much else, obviously. They're a little flooded, so... Reggie's a boomer, too, you know. They have to have Teferi. They're playing 80 cards in their deck. Obviously they do. Why wouldn't they have Teferi in their 80-card deck, you know? So, sure, that's fine.
I got it.
Knight of Ebon Legion. We could Murderous Rider the 0-4 just to kill Teferi, but man, they have a Wrath too. We're in big trouble. I kind of want to say the Murderous Rider for the Yorion. I don't have any answers for it. We're just gonna jam here. If they have a Wrath, they have a Wrath. It looks like they're more of a blue-white deck, but I don't think we can really afford to not Wrath. We do have a District, which has been pretty good, honestly. We still have Obosh. Wowzers, they're in the tank here. They considering it. I don't know what they're considering, honestly. Alright, just jam it all. We still draw a card off Wrath, off the Regisaur, which is not too bad for us. And obviously the Gutterbones can come back too, so it's not the end of the world if they have a Wrath, but it's definitely not good for us. They go land plus and say go. Doesn't feel very nice. If they're just straight blue-white, though, I imagine our matchup isn't too bad against them. And we just have even with them having wraths and stuff, we just have like a bunch of Duresses and recursive threats and 4 Castle Locthwains, so plus Teferi. Still waiting on that 4th land drop. Clock's ticking. And there it is. So I don't know what they would have been thinking about all this time, honestly. They're really in the tank. Playing Teferi number 2, so clearly no Wrath. Bounce Reggie, which is not the end of the world. We get to attack and kill Teferi here.
I suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Recast Reggie, say go. Nothing can play for Yorion to gain value off of. Yeah, looks like it's just a straight blue-white deck. Alright, so not ideal, but Hunted Nightmare. I'm pretty sure we just get to Obosh here. Gotta save Rider for the Yorion. And they get to, I'm sorry, they get to flicker the Conqueror's Death. Oh, that's gross. Man, Yorion and Conqueror's Death is unreal good. Alright. It's either flicker it or they get back. I mean, I guess Elsa's Conqueror's Death is just unreal good by itself. I think we're just getting in. Alright, so we pump. Deal damage. I think we just say go. Play Hunted Nightmare, they play Yorion, they flicker this and kill the Yorion. And then we just like have to like Murderous Rider the Yorion. I guess we get to get in for a decent amount. I mean, they just have so many cards in their hand. Does protect Obosh, kind of. I guess we have, like, double castle and district. We can kind of just, like, start trading things off, I guess. We're going to do it. I don't know if it's right or not. Alright, so they Wrath. We drew a card off the Wrath, not the end of the world. Now Conqueror's Death goes away and they get Teferi back, but they can't Yorion it, so it's a little bit of a benefit there. We can Nightmare and Castle here. We also just like cast Drill Bit for the full amount, which doesn't really feel very good, but probably worth it, honestly. Actually, I'm sorry, it costs 5. Never mind, that's not really worth it. So yeah, I'll just play Nightmare and say go, I guess. I guess they're gonna get back to Fairy and they just bounce it. Oh man. We could attack with District and just buy back Gutterbones and say go, which is kind of weird. Just because, like, anything we play just getting bounced by Teferi anyway. But I guess we also want them to bounce Teferi. What a gross spot. Alright, just play this and draw a card, I guess. Really, really awkward spot.
excellent timing.
There are ways from killing us, at least. So we can keep firing off our castles and trying to battle, but... They're just gonna cast Shark Typhoon? Okay, I believe we can no longer win. I don't think we can beat infinite tokens. I'll leave 3 up. So now whenever they cast basically any spell, they get tokens. That's gross.
I've got it.
I've practiced against men. Hone your prowess.
Omen of the Forge. Alright, they are playing red. It's interesting. Is there only 2 red lands? Kind of weird. I'm very surprised they're playing red. Given the lands they have so far, you know? We're going to go to the next game here. I guess like I could have killed a Planeswalker there. We just can't win if they ever untap. We're not winning that turn, so. Alright, that was kind of tough. I guess we like don't want Reggie. If we want the Riders and the Duresses, probably just got the Reggies. Murderous Rider's not like great against them, but killing Yorian's kind of important, and like we can still kill Planeswalkers with it. It's a creature. Regisaur is just like so bad against Teferi, and then it just gets wrathed or dealt with by a large thing. And it makes us discard cards, so we don't want to make land drops and keep activating our castles. So usually decks like this are good against blue-white control decks, but that game just like didn't really work out super well for us. Didn't really draw enough cheap creatures, I don't think. So yeah, I mean, they were going to have an extra 3/3 in play. We get to like kill one with Murderous Rider and attack. We get double damage. We can like kill a Planeswalker or something. We can't like actually finish them off. Once they get to untap and just play like 3 spells and make infinite sharks, we just like can't really win. poor Karn off center here. It's like cut off on this side, but not on this. Yeah. Move him over a little bit. Alright, going first. Love it. Couldn't love his hand more. Squad. Recruit. Banner Duress. Recruit. Gutterball. I mean, they did show us Omen of the Forge. So need to be a little aware of that. We could go Duress Gutterbones here. But then our next turn of Banner nothing is bad, so we're just going to play it cool, I think. Squad up. Drill bit, also not bad. Alright. I mean, don't like Dobin's veto me or something. I guess we'll Duress first. Their hand is... They have so many cards in their hand. Essence Scatter, Glass Casket, Land, Cavalier of Dawn, Beacon, Arcana Sun's Grace. So you can drill bit the Arcana Sun's Grace later. Just have the Casket here, I think. Essence Scatter is not particularly... Yeah, Scatter does answer Obosh, but they can answer Obosh later on, too. And if they tap out for something, we just get to get them, so... Yeah, just a Casket. Just beat them with the board we currently have. Next turn we'll drill bit the Lifelinker and can Gutter Ball too. Or just recruit. That's even better. Scorpion. Bitcha. Double Essence Scatter, no problem. Take the Archon. Say go. Double recruit. I gotta say, I'm a big fan of Whisper Squad. I think this card is awesome. Cool. Easy game. Yeah, let's do that again. That was much better. They did show us some creatures. We have all four Murderous Riders in those, so we're pretty happy with that. Cavalier of Dawn, Essence Scatter. Scatter's not too good against us. All of our cards cost 1 for the most part. Another reason why boarding out Regisaur is pretty good. So. I mean, it's fine. We're going to keep. It's not the best hand. It's a little one-dimensional. I wish we had a Castle or a Duress or something, but it's pretty hard to mulligan triple 1-drop. You know? That helps. Now we're not soft to a, random like bomb creature or whatever. I find it very bizarre they haven't played a single red source. It's not a Triome, and they revealed an Omen of the Forge in game 1. Oh, look, Castle. That's pretty sweet. ship the cheddar here, the old Scorpions. Obviously the 0-4 blockers would be a little annoying, but don't think we're going to be putting our Murderous Rider to work here, so... Okay, so now you need to decide what we're doing exactly. We're going to play Nightmare. They have a counter, they have a counter. Alright, we don't have enough pressure on board to just sit here, so go nuts. We also have castles, emptying our hand to just draw more cards is totally fine too. And if they use a scatter or an absorb here, maybe Obosh can come to play next turn. A mountain. Okay. Play an Archon. Hello? Opponent. There's the rope. There's the rope. Kind of a scary spot. You know, we're a little operating in the dark here, a little underpowered, but alright. Let's just fire for the attack. Maybe they were contemplating a Shadow Sky? Playing Knight. I guess if we play Knight and they Shadow, we can pump it and draw. Which is kind of cool. Yeah, let's play Knight. Maybe another counter here. It's also not really the end of the world. Sure, that's fine. Not drawing one of our 8 Duresses is kind of tough, but Beacon's pretty good too. Managed to keep their Yorion at bay. Glass Casket. It's also kind of annoying. Goodbye, Scorpion. Duress. Honestly, we draw Duress turn. I want to cast Obosh. Bleh. Alright. We're just Duressing. Mystical Dispute. Elspeth Conquers Death. Yorion. Alright, so... Wait, they have a Yorion in their hand, too? Interesting. Alright, I mean, obviously it's Conquers Death. It's like by far the best card in their hand by a significant margin, so... Alright, so now we get to start castling, and we're not really, like, dealing a lot of damage, but... They don't really have a ton going on anyway. They have, like, a bad mana leak. Couple Yorions, nothing to flicker for value. We are attacking. We're not attacking for a lot, but we are doing something, you know. The fact that we're going to start casting a lot is also pretty good. Alright, land's fine. Sure. So we have 8 or 6 mana, so we can play this and still Swift End and play around Mystical Dispute. It's fine. Omen of the Sea. So that's kind of annoying because it's a good way for them to get value off Yorion now. So at least their Yorion does something when it comes into play. Bottom. It's not bad. I mean, we have a threat in play now, which is cool. We're actually dealing some damage. We've given their 0-4 wall defend Death Touch, which is good. Alright, so here's Yorion. Sky Nomad. And they're going to target Oh, it's not even target. You just do it. I guess they can like flip the casket and hit the nightmare. Sure. Annoying, but fine. We get to Obosh next turn if we want to too. So those come back. Swift End. Kill that. They'll casket the nightmare. I get to slam Obosh. Top, bottom. Not ideal. And a Duress. That's nice. That is nice. Alright, what's up over there? Narset, Omen of the Forge, Mystical Dispute. We're going to be Oboshing this turn. And nothing they have currently deals with that, so... I think we're taking the Narset. The Omen of the Forge is kind of whatever, so... Alright, Bosh away. We need to get in for a good amount. Their blocks aren't as good. They take 6 this turn. They draw a random card. So obviously they drew the card they scried at the top, so... Lando, alright. Again, they can Yorion and just like... I guess this is kind of cool. They can like Omen of the Forge, kill us something, Yorion, kill something else. But any Scorpion that dies deals 4, which is pretty good. You can just buy back the Gutter Ball. So this Yorion comes into play, scries 2 draws. It casts Preordain and it casts Shock. Basically. So shock that. Take 4. Top. That's not good. That's probably problematic. Alright. We'd like to kill Yorion this turn. So our attacks aren't bad. I mean, they gotta block the 0-4 on the Obosh. Most like this, play land, draw a card. It's not a Murderous Rider. Not bad though. Alright, let's just jam. Let's just we'll kill their 0-4 with my Obosh. Let the Scorpion die and deal them 4. Well, not. I mean, we can't cast. We can cast Murderous Rider. Can't cast the Nightmare and give the Yorion Death Touch. That kind of sucks. I guess honestly isn't that bad. I mean, if they have a Wrath, we're in trouble. They did top is gross. Some combination of Teferi and things is also really bad for us, but let's just get in. Three options here. We can play Hunter Nightmare, Gutterbones, or Murderous Rider. I mean, Hunter Nightmare is lethal. As Menace, like they can't block it. Yeah, we ship it. They Wrath us, we'll draw off the Nightmare, so... Menacing. Alright, what's the deal? You topped, so you have 2, in theory, really good cards in your hand. Fairy Time Raveler is the start. They do gain a life, which is not ideal. They can start bouncing. The whole point of this deck is like bounce Yorion and recast it and get a bajillion amounts of value. Might need to bounce Hunted Nightmare though. Alright. Pretty sure I'm trading Obosh for Yorion in the dark. Timeout. Okay. It's pretty annoying too, but they can cast Mystical Dispute. Just as a heads up. Murderous Rider up top, please. What you thinking about? Swamp. I think we have to attack, because if they get to bounce Yorion and cast it again for value, it's like pretty gross at this point. They're going to have chump blockers next turn. Yeah, pretty sure we're just firing in. Can't cast Absorb. Okay. So if we like get back Gutterbones and cast it, they can like counter it. I think I kind of want to just cast Murderous Rider and then just get back Gutterbones. Probably gonna dispute this, which is fine. Oh, I had to deal damage to them this turn. I'm dumb. Right.
Here we go.
Still fine. That's what I would have done anyway, so. Gutterball. Alright. They also have Castle Ardenvale now, but our Menace creature is pretty nice. Even if I go for Teferi, putting them to 1 is not much different than a little higher. They're going to gain a few life anyway, but it's still 2 swings and they're dead. And if they get to use Teferi and bounce something, it's going to be pretty gross, so. Sure. Menace is nice. Sure. So I guess we kill the wall. And alright, I mean, got a ways to go here. Like, we do have Castle in play. They're 5. Got a lot of time. Gutterbones is not ideal against the 1/1s, but you're gonna have a bunch of those anyway, so. Top, bottom, alright. So they gain 2. Teferi goes to 3. So next turn they can Teferi again, which is not ideal.
Trust me, I have a plan.
That's also bad. So Narset will be gaining life slowly.
Mind, body, and soul must be trained in harmony. Breathe in. Exhale.
Mega Mana gain 2 life. So now they're at 10, which is worse for us. Right on time, right on time. I mean, killing Narset's also pretty important. If it goes ultimate, things get a little awkward. I think our goal right now is to kill Teferi, though. If I attack them, it turns on Drill Bit and the buyback on Gutterbones. I imagine they're going to make a blocker and double block the Nightmare here. I'm going to do that. Castle first. Murderous Rider. That's pretty good. See what's up. Clarion, cool. And now you can either Murderous Rider Narset or get back Gutterbones and cast it. Narset doesn't really do much unless they draw. I guess they can, like, draw a card off of it. We do need to get rid of it. Yeah, we're just going to do that now. Make sure I cast the right card. If they want to chuck away their Teferi, they're going to have nothing left. So... what happens on this map?
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Alright, so they're going to bounce Omen to the Forge and draw a card with Teferi. So they are giving up on the Teferi, getting a little value off it, which is pretty good, but Hunter Nightmare is still trucking along here. And... make a token. I block Gutterbones. Reality is that their Omen of the Forge isn't really great here anyway, so sure. So you have 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna castle. I can only cast one Gutterbones, I can still get them both back. I think drawing cards is just like pretty nice here. Squad. Get back Gutterbones. Cast Gutterbones. Get back Gutterbones. They can Omen the Forge with Gutterbones here. It's whatever. It's a free card. And now we're more gassed up than they are, honestly. They're going to Castle Vantress, Scry 2, sure. Aside from something like Dream Trawler, I'm not really sure what we're super scared of. Like, you know, they're pretty low on resources. You know, we're getting in, doing some work. They are dead on board Hunt Nightmare, so that's true. I mean, any Planeswalker second castle is interesting. But as far as, like, getting back into this game, apparently there's no way. Alright, cool. Hunt Nightmare doing work. Phyrexian Negator style. So, all in all, 4-1's not too shabby, considering that we had some somewhat awkward opening hands. We made a few little misclicks here and there, but deck's definitely really cool. It's pretty aggressive, pretty inexpensive to build, which is kind of nice. Castle Locthwain is obviously awesome. The discard spells were great. The Banner and the Whisper Squad, awesome. I love me some Whisper Squad. Sideboard plans seem pretty cool. Deck seems awesome. So, definitely a very cool deck. If you like old school Magic, Thoughtseize, Phyrexian Negator, if you like a good budget deck, if you're just looking for a good deck to grind with on the ladder, it's a little odd, but looks pretty sweet. Again, this Aaron Barrick's deck. Check out her content. She streams and produces content. I don't think she's writing articles right now, but she streams and produces content on Twitter and so on and so forth. Check it out. Otherwise, I'm Drew Davis. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it very, very much. There's, of course, a companion article to this video on CoolStuffInc.com proper. Check that out, CoolStuffInc.com. I do a video article every Monday, a written article every Friday. Again, last Friday's article all about drafting companions in Ikoria Draft, super fun format. And, of course, you can use promo code GYM5 for 5% off your order on CoolStuffInc.com. And you get a free Goblin token of me. Pretty sweet. So, check it out, CoolStuffInc.com, promo code GYM5. Go get your Oboshes, your Ikoria cards, and card games, board games, miniatures. It's all on there, CoolStuffInc.com. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, everyone.